Hey guys, so today I'm going to go over how to replace the pistol grip on your AR15 as well as how to install your stock and buffer tube and spring. We're going to go over specifically, well, this is the Magpul MOE stock, so specifically how to install that, and then we're just going to put the gun together and that'll be it. So first thing is on here right now, I got this Ledesma arms grip. Every single pistol grip for an AR-15 is going to be accessed pretty much the same way through the bottom of the pistol grip. So what you're going to do is this one has a little cap on the bottom, so I'm going to pop it open right there. And then you probably can't see it on the camera, but inside of here is a screw. This one is an Allen head, so I'm going to use my Allen key to insert it, and then I'm going to loosen it. All right. So I'm going to loosen it here. Going. Takes a bit of time. All right, now the grip's off. This one's a little weird because it has an adjuster for the angle right here, as you can see, so I gotta pull this off. This is an extra step for this specific pistol grip, so it won't be like this on all of them. All right, now, normally when you have a regular pistol grip, like this one right here, it's also a Magpul grip. Where's she at? There she is. Something like this. That's not going to have this extra piece on here. You'll notice there's a hole right there. That's going to contain the detent pin and spring for your fire safe selector. So you can already see it coming out here. Right there. You want to make sure it doesn't shoot out of the hole. So you got to be careful and try to maintain positive control of it when you pull it off. So, all right, pull it out. And then you can see here's that piece. Here's the spring. And the detent is still inside of there. You can see right here. So the next thing we're going to do is install the new pistol grip. Okay, so you're going to save yourself a lot of trouble if before you start putting it on, you just put that screw that's going to go into your lower receiver. You can see I already got it in there, into there before you start. It's just going to save you a lot of trouble. So I'm going to take that spring for the selector. I'm going to put it in the hole I have right here. All right, and then I'm going to make sure it's lined up. So as you can see, right there, it's lined up. I'm just going to push everything down into place. Then I'm going to take my flathead and I'm going to screw that pistol grip in. You want to be careful that it's actually lined up and that you're not stripping it, because if you strip it, you can get like a helicoil or something like that to fix it. It's not the end of the world, but it's just a pain in the ass and you really don't want to be stripping your lower receiver. Some people put blue Loctite in. I don't advise putting like a red Loctite in just because you're never going to get it out then at that point. Or it's going to be very difficult to get out at that point. So I recommend like a blue, unless you're really, really sure you're never going to change your grips or your pistol grip ever again. Okay, So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to install our stock onto the lower. So you need a couple pieces. You need this detent pin right here, and you need this spring, detent spring, and your takedown pin. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is, you can see there's a small hole right here on the back of your takedown, or I'm sorry, on the back of your lower. You're going to take the takedown pin, which you can see here, I'll show a little closer to the camera, has a groove in it with 2 holes. That side is going to face aft. So that little pin is going to be going into those 2 holes. So what you want to do is take the pin, install it all the way, take your detent pin, and just drop it in that hole. Just like that. Then you can actually see it's lined up properly. It's going to catch when you pull it out. All right, so just leave that inside there. Next step, you're going to take this plate right here. You can see it has a raised portion at this point. That point is going to go into the AR. So you can see right here, there's a hole in the back. That's where that raised portion is going to go into. So it's going to go like that. You can also see that there's a tang right here. Now on the bottom of the stock, you can see there's a groove right here for that tang. That's where you're going to fit that in. So I'm going to go ahead, fit it onto the stock. I'm going to put it in. And I'm going to start screwing it in. Now you can see inside here, there's a hole for that buffer pin and spring right there. You're going to screw this stock right up to that point, okay? Then you're going to take that spring and that pin. So here's the pin, here's the spring. Pin looks like this. You're going to drop the spring in first, then the pin, and you're going to want to push down on it and go ahead and screw your stock in until it is just on the edge. A little bit more. So right about there. So now, it's really hard to see. You can see in here, that tube is just pushing down on that pin, holding it in place. So now you can push down, it won't pop up. Now at this point, you can take that spring, you're going to turn the stock to the side to expose that hole, and you're going to push that spring in. I'm going to push it down and I'm going to rotate that plate over the spring. Careful not to bend it too much, as you don't want it to break. You want to make sure it's straightened out underneath. Just back it off a little bit right here. That way it's straight. Then I'm going to push this plate straight down and I'm going to screw this nut on. Now for this next part, you're going to need a AR15 armorer's tool. What that does is it allows you to tighten that nut down. It also allows you to loosen it when you're going to take it back off. Now most people stake these so that way they remain firm in place, which definitely recommend doing if you want something that you're absolutely sure it's not going to back out. It's just a correct way to do it, and it's another way to secure this assembly on your rifle. So you're going to insert it in here into the teeth. You're going to hold it firm, and you're going to tighten it. All right. Now, this next part's pretty simple. You're going to take that spring and the buffer, and you're going to just push it in. Once you got it in, you're just going to push it in past that takedown pin, like that, and boom, it's going to stay in there. Then after that, the next step is you just take your upper. You're going to make sure that that takedown pin is working correctly. You're going to push it out. There, see it's retained. All right. Take your upper. Then you got your rifle finished and assembled. Thanks for listening, guys. Tune in. I'm going to keep making some of these videos. Hopefully we'll get some shooting videos out soon. Some cool drills, cool places I'll be shooting, stuff like that. So just go ahead and like and subscribe and support the channel. Thank you.